Happy holidays from ZNS TV 13.
Welcome back. Members of the Freeport City Local Government Council making a college education a reality for a few students in the district. It is the latest effort by the council as they continue the mission of investing in the youth of this island.
For the very first time, the City of Freeport Council has partnered with the College of the Bahamas to provide a scholarship fund that will assist students who are in pursuit of their degrees. Chief Counselor Shavita Campbell and Deputy Chief Navarre Smith are giving their support to the scholarship fund.
When it comes to education, that's something I hold dear to my heart as an educator. And so for us, we found it a privilege when Councillor Smith would have brought the proposal to the table. And this is something that we will look forward to with other institutions.
We're attempting to make receiving a college education more accessible and affordable for anyone and all Bahamians that aspire to get one. That is really what this is about. This is the core essence of this new scholarship fund. We know the economic times we now live in. We know how much uncertainty is out there, like Dr. Kelly just alluded to. So this is a ray of hope and light for the entire community.
Interim Vice President of the Northern Bahamas campus, Dr. Coralie Kelly, says it's important to give back to the students.
We're so delighted that the City of Freeport Council has decided to partner with us and to help us to help other students because the needs are so great. And one of the things I discussed with Navarre in putting together this award was that we needed to have it flexible enough to meet the needs sometimes of those students who don't make the GPA, sometimes for the needs of those students who might be in college prep, they mightn't be in a college program.
Bianca Pedican thanking the City of Freeport Council on behalf of the students at the College of the Bahamas.
It gives me great joy to express a heartfelt appreciation to the City of Freeport Council and the College of the Bahamas for ensuring that students have another opportunity to become recipients to financial assistance. This shows that college students are being placed at a top priority and emphasis on receiving quality education is still being regarded within the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
In other news, building communities is all a part of the mandate given to those involved in the gaming industry in the country. Now, as regulators move to enforce the laws governing this new sector, one local operator is doing its part to support this island's youth. Joan Davis-Roll reports.
A promise to invest in our island's youth coming 2 months ago from the president of Jarrell Investment, Raymond R. H. Kalmar. Now the company, which is among the 8 gaming operators granted a provisional license by the government, is making good on that promise. Wednesday, the local business demonstrated its support of the organization that continues to positively impact our island's youth, Reach Out Ministry, led by Dudley Sade. Making a check presentation to Reach Out Ministry on behalf of the company was Jarrell Investments marketing manager, Karen Wilson.
On behalf of Mr. Culmer and Darlene Culmer, he always liked to give back to the youths and also other organizations. And he played a very vital role in Mr. Dudley Sade organization. He cares a lot about young men and he wants to see their future bright. So like I said before, this is why he's donating this check to Mr. Dudley Sade.
Humbled by the gesture, President Dudley Sade expresses gratitude, stating that the funds come ahead of a major outreach initiative designed to impact the lives of thousands.
When I got the phone call, I was shocked, number one, and I had to call her back to find out if it was really a dream. It is nice to see businessmen who are willing to give back to the community, also like how we're losing all these young men. And this check today will go in a worthy cause.
Sade, along with Wilson, made a clarion call for corporate Grand Bahama to give, as funds donated will go directly to the youth of Grand Bahama, many of whom are in crisis.
If we continue to do our work, crime will go down. If we could look at just Grand Bahama this year, we talk a lot about Nassau. We have 18 murders. So that's what I want corporate Grand Bahama to understand. If you help, that may not be a less person that I could stop from breaking inside your home, break inside your business place.
We're losing our young boys to crime, and it's horrible, so like I said before, I hope that they step up to the plate like Mr. Culmer did and just donate.
Joan Davis Roll, ZNS Network News.
Finally, news this evening, members of a cancer support group continue to lobby for an oncology center on Grand Bahama. Members say while it may appear to be a hefty demand, it isn't as difficult as it may appear. Members of the Sister group say an oncology center on Grand Bahama does not require much.
All it requires is a recliner, and all it is 2 drip bags that you get injected into you. There's no complications. There's no expensive machines to run. All it is a chair and the IV bags, and that is it. You have nurses that monitor you during that your treatment, but that is it.
The oncology department is all we ask. It's just a space that is needed, and a comfortable chair. A comfortable chair. That is what we're asking for. How could it be such a great problem?
And as they continue to stress the point that it is expensive for victims to have to travel to receive treatment, they urge the powers that be to understand that an oncology center on this island is a need and not a want.
This is a need. This isn't something that we want or something that we can look forward to. But this is a need. This is a life need for many women in Grand Bahama. And quite naturally, if you have the one center in Nassau, and we have all of the islands that are affected with this disease flying into Nassau, it becomes an overload or a burden in Nassau.
President of the Sister group, Apostle Ann Grant, says not just women suffering from breast cancer will benefit, adding that this center will also alleviate the emotional stress and financial burdens many victims have to face.
Yes, it's not just a service for breast cancer patients, but for persons with cancer in general. And if the facts that we're given, the statistics that says that Grand Bahama has the highest rate of cancer in the Bahamas, then why don't we have an oncology center? Why?
Now it is time to ask the doctor.
Hi, and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt. Tonight I will discuss a little more on Agatha's question about sinus infections. Moving regularly and exercise gets your blood circulating and increases your body's natural virus-killing cells and helps you fight off a cold, which can help prevent future sinus infections. The likelihood of a bacterial infection of your sinuses increases when your symptoms last 7 days or more, particularly when symptoms initially improve and then worsen, if mucus is thick and yellow or greenish in color, if there's facial pain or tenderness over the sinuses, particularly if it's worse on one side of the face, or if pain is present in the upper teeth and is worse on one side of the face. Up to 70% of the time, a sinus infection will clear up without antibiotics. If you or someone you know have one or more of the symptoms I mentioned, drink lots of fluids and manage your symptoms with over-the-counter remedies. If your symptoms don't improve after 1 to 2 weeks, then it's time to see a doctor, as further treatment may be necessary. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Sabrina Brown has a check on sports when we return.